While they say the middle class is dying, they also make up most of the socioeconomic spectrum and have a large influence on decisions. It's unfortunate that the middle class is so blinded by the idea of financial security that they are incapable of weighing what is an asset and a liability. According to Robert Kiyosaki, a famous book author, assets and liabilities owned by individuals characterize the different classes of people. Basically, you will know your status according to what you own. Hello and welcome back to the Finance Guardian channel. For today's video, we'll dive into things the middle class thinks are assets but are actually not. Hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it and let's get started. Number 1. Education. Have you ever wondered how A students end up working for C students? It's alarming how the middle class are obsessed with education. Perhaps they believe that a formal education will determine their wealth and make them an asset. Yes, it is true that you need a good education to get a good job and that having a college degree increases your earning potential, but you should not think of your education as an asset. Every summa cum laude graduate would become a multimillionaire if excellent grades were the only secret to building wealth. The wealthy know that financial success has little to do with memorizing textbooks and information. Rather, they believe that learning how to invest or networking with powerful people has a bigger impact on their net worth. It's actually street smarts who have a higher chance of success than book smarts. The school system is designed to get you ready for a 9-to-5 job, but general knowledge lets you explore diverse aspects of life. If you're still not convinced, look at some of the world's top billionaires. Many of them have little formal education. They are mainly college dropouts who decided to pursue their dreams rather than waste years in school. Michael Dell, CEO of Dell Technologies, and Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, are great examples. Since universities are becoming less relevant by the day, instead of taking out huge student loans that you can't pay back, consider taking an online course that will strengthen your skills in your field of interest. You might want to consider Bill Gates, who attributes much of his success to reading 50 books every year, so don't be afraid to learn and discover on your own. Number 2. Spendings before investments. Imagine borrowing $50 to $100 a month to pay off your car loan when instead you could have invested the same amount in stocks and bonds and earned a dividend. A better plan would be to invest as early as possible to start enjoying your assets' cash flows. Having the utmost discipline is essential to managing your funds properly and staying on track with your plans and priorities. Do you spend your monthly income right after you receive it, or do you invest it? According to experts' reviews of what we do with our income, those who invest their money first have demonstrated higher levels of generational wealth. Consistency is the key here because bit-by-bit investing eventually leads to something sensible at the end of the day. When you spend first, you are likely to become a slave of your work to have the capacity to meet your constant needs. Investing and spending wisely will play a major role in moving you up the social ladder. According to some narratives, we are worth what remains after spending. This will elevate our thinking and position us to scale up from the middle class to the first class or from the low class to the high class. The trick lies in smart spending after an investment is made. It might take you some time for you to realize its benefits, but eventually you will realize the tip actually works. Number 3. Your house. Most of us associate wealth by owning a large house and driving a luxury car. In reality, owning a home may be seen as a liability rather than an asset. Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lecter's book Rich Dad, Poor Dad has been hailed as an encyclopedia of financial knowledge that has predicted the success of many resilient entrepreneurs. Unlike most people, the wealthy have maintained the discipline of categorizing their assets and liabilities. Cars, houses, and televisions fall under the category of liabilities because they do not bring money into your pocket but rather take money from you. In addition, if you don't have a job or if you lose your job, you will not be able to pay your mortgage and the bank will seize your house. Whether you own your own home outright or with a mortgage, you will still have to pay property taxes and maintenance costs. Only when you sell or rent your house can you make real money from it. You will be in a better position to avoid the blunders most middle-class people make once you master the art of managing household finances like a business. In order to avoid such situations, we should invest more in our financial knowledge and our finances in general. Don't forget to seek professional advice from financial advisors when planning to buy your dream home. They're able to provide you with good insight into smart and reasonable liabilities and assets, but these measures are often overlooked due to negligence. An intelligent man will always inquire and research prior to making such decisions. Only a fool has a solution to every problem. Number 4. Saving money instead of investing. It is common for the middle class to believe in various rules of saving. Compared to high-class individuals, people from the lower and middle classes are more comfortable risking less. A common mistake people make is that they believe they have achieved wealth by saving money. In reality, wealth can only be achieved by multiplying the money rather than saving it. In many cultures, money is prized for its capacity to exchange commodities and services dynamically and for its tendency to circulate. For these reasons, money should not be hoarded but rather multiplied. One of the subconscious traits of the middle class is that money is scarce. Due to this, many would hold back on spending and maximize on their savings. The economic class has conformed to storing money in piggy banks and banks in order to build generational wealth. In general, middle-class households tend to trust banks so much that they would rather leave their money sitting in their accounts rather than invest in risky, high-return opportunities. Real wealth cannot be generated by this type of strategy because most of the time, withholding taxes are applied to money. This leaves you with just a little less than what you had originally saved, and inflation can even cause you to lose even more money if you are not careful. It is common in the banking industry that after you save money, the banks will use it. From where do you think these banks get the money to finance loans? Definitely, they use your stored cash to finance investors with little capital and lots of ideas. Sadly, this keeps the rich very rich while the poor remain the same as they were yesterday. By the way, if you want to learn more about banks, you can watch our video on how banks work, money, and credit. So going back to the video and on to number 5, jobs. Even if you earn money from your job, it's not an asset if you spend the majority of your life working for someone else. The race to prestige and wealth belongs to the smart. We sometimes invest in careers that do not make us feel our best. It's just for the sake of believing that eventually, if we keep doing that lousy job, we will succeed in life. This is nothing more than a hoax we feed our minds. Is it possible for you to become a millionaire by investing in your tolerable job? High-class ideologies are different from those of the middle class, however. It's due to the fact they invest in what makes them feel fulfilled that they stand out. According to anthropologist Hadass Weiss, the wealthy keep getting wealthier due to their mindset. Investing in your talents, hobbies, and what you enjoy can reap tremendous rewards. With the correct financial knowledge and a well-done strategy, nothing is beyond your reach. Get rid of that poor man's mindset that implies that getting a safe 8-to-5 job will guarantee our millionaire status. We need to get out there and go after our dreams. There's no stopping you after you are free from the employment slavery. Hence, don't be afraid to take risks if you desire to achieve a better status. You never know what life has to offer. And that's all the time that we have today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do remember to hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe to our channel, and on your way out, remember to click on that bell icon too so you can remain updated about all of our future videos. You're welcome to the channel where you will learn the basics of personal finance in easy to understand language. We'll see you next time.